Trying again. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the final play and counter of the Sword and Shield from Grassi.
Yay. Or Grassi.
Wow, this is the end of Grassi.
So we've done up here.
And here,
And
now we're doing here.
So we're going to do here.
Yep.
Does that mean here?
Kind of. Alright, Drew, why don't you step aside?
Cool.
You can watch. Alright, so you're going to be coming from here. Now then, in this play alone, it says you can be here. I don't know why. Because the play is clearly written for stepping with the left. He even says it. So, what he wants you to do is, we're here. And we're into range. And you are still trying to find your opponent's sword. So, you're going to step and grab. You're going to bring the sword and shield together. And then, right step, put the point down. So again, we're here. Project that shield. Step and step and grab. Bring the two together and put your point in. Alright, so, if you haven't been here, he wants the shield out. And you're coming from first perfect, sword foot forward. Get that point forward. Okay. And then advance. You, pay attention. Advance. And then step with the left. Collect. And then step with the right. Get the point. Yeah, so it's clap.
It's a snatch and grab.
Kind of. Questions on that? No? Okay.
Can we call that the Maduro?
Alright. Who wants to practice it first? You don't really need your mask for it if you don't want to wear it.
Doesn't hurt to put my head on just in case.
Okay. Drew, can you pause and start the video?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Collected snatch.
Yes. So, together, on my sword, and then put your point into my fleshy bits.
Yes. So I need to do that,
That'll work, yeah.
and then
Yep.
so step with the left to do that.
Yeah, so you step with the shield leg, and then step with the sword leg. Put the point down. Good.
I don't like it.
No. The counter is kind of dumb, too.
Doesn't it just drop the shield?
No.
No. It's
Good.
not gonna be.
Good. Alright, switch. Pause and play. Every time we rotate, I want to pause and play. Because it makes my editing easier.
How many views do you start to get now on the shorts and stuff?
Probably because I'm not putting tags in, but I'm not sure.
Put tags in.
Yeah. Alright. So, switch feet. Get that shield up and out. There you go. Alright, and go.
Here. Grab. Snap.
So from what he did, come on guard. He went, oh,
Oh, down and step. Okay.
yeah, so
The ball. Yeah.
together, but you want to be your sword on top. He says clap them together. I'm not sure how much I believe that.
The reason I said, the reason I was not clapping together fully was just because of the angle coming down to where your sword is. If I am clapping together and I miss, you have full range to just stab me through my sword or through my shield. So what you want to do is you want to project that, land them together on top of the sword so that it like prevents it from coming up. Because he can come up and over, but he can't go down really without going around my whole shield. So.
Again. So step with the shield leg, do the grab, and then step with the sword to bring the point. Good. Left leg, right leg brings the point. Good.
All right, good.
Once more.
Sorry, distance is more fun.
Yes.
I like
Know your distance. Know your aim.
Keep going.
Good. Once more. Good. All right. Okay. Switch.
Why is your arm so far out? I'm trying to figure that out. Why are you out here?
Yeah, that looks better. The wrist isn't broken. Bring. Bend the elbow. A little bend the elbow, maybe. Right about. And I would. Yeah. And you want the shield. Like that. Like that.
Out here. So if I'm not visible,
Step with the right to thrust.
I don't have to. So it's here and then here.
It's like oblique step with the left, and then you're using the right to bring the point in. Because your arm should already be fully extended when you join, and then you're angling the blade and using the step of the right to bring it the rest of the way.
I think I get that. Because you're actually supposed to understep a little bit left and then drive right.
But again, the arm should already be fully projected when you bring the two together.
It's so easy and squishy. I could just hit him without it, but okay.
Well, then you're at the wrong distance.
Out there?
Give me one more. Cool.
Since his distance has been wrong. Switch feet. I think we should be aiming to try and get the angle of the shield to be kind of perpendicular on the blade, so that when you take that step, it should shed to the outside of your shield. Because if the sword is shedding to the inside of your shield, you are going
So I have a distance on this.
You have a distance with this shield? Or an issue with this? I never would have thought.
On these plays,
Mm-hmm.
yes, you have to learn distance to adjust your distance because he's going to. You essentially end up here.
Mm-hmm.
On this play, you end up here.
Yes.
That distance is not as far as this, which means no matter what, I have to be within. I'm going to be here, and I understand my distance to the blade. My issue is his blade will not be there. In an actual fight, his blade would be more projected, especially from that
Wheel
close.
wasn't happy.
So that would be my thought.
Over here so you can see. I'm having issues with the distance in general because
I'm doing the exact same thing no matter what. All three of us have done the same thing, which is we are too close.
So if we're here, and probably want to be really pulling it with a step like this, and then I'm going to the left.
Yeah, but you don't need another step to put the sword in. You are too close. To step another step, you are in his personal. At that point, he should just drop and pull a dagger.
Or yes, but I've already got a point in his gut already.
No, I know. I get that, and I definitely think he should be retreating.
Boom.
It's the play though.
Yeah, it's what he wants you to do. I don't know how much that extra step will come into play in like actual open fencing.
That's what I'm saying. Like in an actual fight, I don't feel like that's useful.
Also, remember this. He is working with the sword much longer than we are. I bet if I went and got the side sword, you would need that extra step.
For this against a side sword, yes.
No, even side sword against side sword, because that
No, because
joining, you're probably doing just past meta.
Right, because the shield is actually acting as your barrier.
Yeah.
Be
So if I'm here,
it feels like
this
the
needs
shield,
to demonstrate.
shield to this.
nah. Yeah, give it to me. Here.
I understand this is the wrong blade in size and shape.
Okay. So we're here. Okay. So I'm here, joined. I have to take this right step. It doesn't have to be a big one, but I do have to take a little bit to meet you once we're at the size sword that he wants you to use. Okay, so that is an artifact of using a much longer blade.
That makes more sense. Using the smaller blade does not make sense with that play, though.
Yeah. You don't need that left step.
Right.
I almost want to play it just, or at least like bringing myself to here instead of a full step forward.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. I think it's probably
Like
where
just to like regain, like essentially just regain footing to bring that left foot forward or that right foot forward again. I'm happy with that. It just like
A
a
full
full
right
step. I'm going through him. I'm going through you.
Yeah.
You're coming through me. It's happened every time. I'm like, why is this an artifact? What is happening? That was the
artifact of a longer blade.
issue. Artifact of the longer blade with the shield.
Oops.
It also makes more sense now why his that sword now makes more sense why his left foot or his sword foot's forward. Because with a longer blade like that, your sword foot being forward means your blade is actually projected and your hand is about the same distance as your shield. Right? Whereas this, my sword and my blade, or my blade and my shield are the same distance. That's useless.
Right
I
here,
want my sword to actually still be a
because
weapon.
he's doing these actions with the sword.
Right.
And then, this one, which he hates. I don't know why he has it. But then this one, again, also, boom.
Yeah,
That
no,
clearing action.
the
It doesn't
clear-
matter with these two, but with this one, it really does matter.
Yeah, with the other two, it's useful in any orientation. But with the low one, you need the footing to be the way they are. You need the sword to be the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the combined.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I also still don't like it because I think I can counter it.
Yeah. It's also just called.
I don't know what his counter is, but I think I can counter it already. And like I've already had a show of a little bit of a counter, and you still hit me, but I was also not trying to counter. I was just like maybe toying with an idea.
All right, are we comfortable with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Drew, do you want to hit me again or no?
I'm good.
Okay. Okay. So the counter to this play. It's really dumb. He says, don't let him get your sword. Wow, thanks to Grassi.
That's an impactful thing.
But he also gives some other advice. So if you'll go ahead and try and come in, clap my sword.
Yeah.
You avoid and hit. I think he actually says with a low thrust. So you're gonna come in, and you're gonna clap my sword, and I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna stab.
I've lost my pancreas.
Yeah, it's just avoid and thrust.
Clear with your shield, thrust with your sword.
Yeah.
This stuff play just does not make sense to me.
The only thing for me that would make sense with this play is that instead of clapping.
Yeah, but
Even then, it's still not even that
so
good.
like for low, it doesn't make sense because when you hit it low, it doesn't go very far.
Yeah. It doesn't clear out of the way.
Right.
Whereas up here with
with either of the other two plays that we've been
Boom.
doing from this guy, you're high or you're mid, and both of them, when you hit the sword's out here. It's non-recoverable, and
Yeah.
your shield's now projected to the wrist.
So
of
if
your arm.
you'll stay in first, switch feet. There you go. And I'm up here. Actually, come towards me a step or two. There. All right. If I'm up here from the first play, and I advance, and I advance, and I advance, boom.
Yep.
The shield bash and the step bring me out of line with your shield. There's not much you can do about this.
The only thing I could get from there is if I physically could do that in time.
which you
Yeah.
can't. What you physically can't. I have tried.
It's hard. It's doable.
It's doable, but it's like you have to essentially have perfect timing to him hitting your sword.
Well, also, you have to have. When you're using a shield, you're basically doing a weighted punch.
Mm-hmm.
The other,
So,
the other,
essentially, someone also needs to figure out, am I...
And he wants your arm already projected with the shield.
the other part of this though is you're already projected. Your arm's not tucked like you have it.
Yeah,
Your arm's out.
he wants it out. Maybe just this ever so slight bend in the arm is what he shows in the image. But the arm is out there. Because if you look at me, there's not much of my body available to be thrust at.
No, because you're using this basically like a projected defense.
Yeah, it's just
And
it's
then-
a giant wall.
And then on top of that, the fragments of the larger sword. That distance for him to be close enough is not enough for you to be able to shield block, especially when his sword's going to connect to you that much faster.
Yeah.
Because the distance that he's
Thrusting's a
hitting
lot
your
easier than blocking.
the distance he's hitting your sword would be still the same distance with the other sword, roughly. The only difference is you now have another 10 inches to hit
At
with,
least.
and it's a smaller sword and it's skinnier, so you have to essentially hit a needle flying through the air faster
Yeah.
than.
But from this one, that counter of if I'm here and I go, wah, you're trying to counter that. Literally do anything but let me touch your sword.
Remove the sword
Yeah, boom,
and
done.
put the shield in its way.
Yeah, you're fine.
And if it's a slow thrust, then you right.
Or I can do the fun
And that's what he says is low thrust.
Right, low thrust.
Go funny, go Georgian.
Low thrust means you come up for my sword.
Yep.
I've now just done the same thing that we've doing in all the other plays. I'm holding your sword at bay.
Wow, it's like I've seen this in the episodes.
It's possibly better.
Like I've seen this somewhere before.
God, I've had issues with these plays all along, but that's fine.
Yeah,
The only reason, for Drew's context, every time we've done these, we've done his counters and been like, okay, sure. And then we've done the Marazzo counter, and it's like, well, this play doesn't make any sense now.
well, the counter just feels very Marazzo.
Yeah.
Because, and this may be something where we can see the tide turning in swordsmanship in Renaissance Italy, where we go from the Bolognese of, I am going to, like this guard, one of my favorites, I am giving you one place that you can attack, my head. You're going to make a cut 7 or a cut 1, or you're going to do a high thrust at it. Because the low lines are all covered, the side lines are covered. You've only got my head to attack at, which means you're going to do something stupid like attack my head.
Yeah.
And I'm already ready to, boom, defend against that and thrust in. Where I think we're at in the 1570s, when Grassi is writing, is you're getting this change from I'm baiting you into doing something stupid so that I can dispatch you in one shot, to what we see later in the Sicilian rapier texts that we used to talk about, of I'm going to get into range and then in a single motion, I'm going to defend myself and kill you in one shot.
Right.
We're getting that.
Well, and even if you're not going to do a single shot, you're building a secondary play of, okay, I know what your response is going to be to this, so I'm just going to counter it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, this is starting to show remnants of that, where it's like, okay, well, I expect you to move your sword. Well, now how do I counter the counter? I don't do what I was going to do in the first place. I just go for something else.
Yeah.
But I wait until you already think I'm coming, and then I hit you back.
But that's what I'm getting. We're going away from the here is this one line of defense where I'm giving you an open spot. Okay, cool. I want you to attack here. Boom. I cut. And the fight's over. Now I'm going to I am setting up an attack. Boom. Now you have nothing you can do because I have removed your ability to attack. And I've gotten myself into a position where you can't defend against that. Now then, since he puts counter on all of these, obviously you can.
And if you just, take a little bit of a historical step backwards, you Maratza the whole fucking thing, you're fine.
Yeah.
Or a historical step forward, and then you just don't fall for that in the first place.
Or you go for the
right?
other style, which is
He's like, we are always equal. So why am I equal when I could just pull my shield in and bring my sword up? Right? Switch guards, and now you cannot clap my sword and get my shield out of the way in the same process.
Yeah. I think this is also an artifact of this style of swordsmanship, sword and shield, is going away.
Yeah.
This is one of the last times you'll see it. You'll see it one more time in a rapier treatise, and then I think we see it once in one of the Sicilian rapier treatises.
because it's now going to be flintlock and side sword most of the time.
Well, this is what a rapier treatise tells us to do. You're using it like a big buckler. It's strapped differently, so you can just hold it. It's not this strapped shield like we're using now. I think it's like Capofero or someone in that era.
Yeah, but at that point, why don't you just use buckler? Oh no, I've got.
Yeah, I think it's just we have this holdover, and I think we have the Spanish really to thank for that with their tercios, because they really, really wanted to make that work. Where they were just using a rapier and a rotella together, and it was.
It's not.
Boom.
Well, because also 1500 is when we start getting the introduction of muskets and other things into more modern combat.
Yeah, and like.
But like even then, like at that point, the shield and the sword is not versatile against something like that, unless you are close enough. And honestly, if you're close enough, why do you want a shield?
Yeah, because a lot of the upper echelons of society are wearing full plate armor and using two-handed weapons at this point.
Right.
And it's that starting getting down to the middle class or the upper middle class soldiers. This sword and shield combination is basically for I'm a sergeant in a professional military and I just have enough money to not need to carry the standard issue pike anymore. I've got a breastplate. I can't afford full armor, but I've got a breastplate, a good helmet, and I swap out. I get rid of my pike and I pick up a shield.
Yeah.
Because this improves my survivability.
And this is also the point in time where everyone's carrying one of these guys.
Yeah, everybody's got daggers to deal with the guy in the tin can.
Or they're carrying a side sword and a dagger.
Oh yeah.
Because if you get it onto a combat
you're
field,
you're never carrying a dagger alone unless you are out of uniform.
right? But what I'm saying is just like this is also the same point in time where if you're meeting someone in even a combat situation, there's more than likely in the chaos, because that's where the battles began, is that are you going to be able to use this guy when you're next to a bunch of people in the fight? No.
Well, if you're a sergeant, yes.
Yes. But most of the
Because
time-
if you're a grunt, you've got your pike.
Yep.
You're in a pike block. You don't have a shield. It's only until you get promoted to out of the pike lines where you start seeing guys carrying these. And yeah, you're going to have your sword.
And they're not always even carrying it. There are
And
other
this sword is
alternatives.
still a backup weapon.
Yeah.
You're going to have a partisan in your other hand.
Yeah, that's
You're
what
going to
I'm
have a spear.
You have partisans, you have spears, you have a dagger, but if you're like.
That's your tertiary weapon.
Oh my
Or-
god, I am
yeah.
so close, I know.
Primary, secondary, tertiary. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's my dagger. Like,
I'm
I'm too close to you to use a sword. Yeah, you can so hit me, but I can do that. It's some
Yeah,
good
that's
shit.
what yeah.
I'm not gonna, but like, yeah.
Because most medieval battles, what after 1500 ends up just turning into brawls until about.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Or am I thinking too late?
No. Order, like, the idea of just this mass brawl is entirely ahistorical. It never happened. Except for maybe in, like, early tribal warfare. But the use of pike blocks was highly ordered. Because as soon as there's a disruption in the pike block, it collapses. And that's what the guys with the Zweihanders and the Montantes were actually trying to do, was you swing, you clear the pike, and then you get in, and then you can start being a blender,
Yep.
and you disrupt the formation of the pike block, and the pike block that you are supporting comes in and can start thrusting into the gaps. While the first two ranks are trying to deal with the guy with a giant sword swinging around, or the guy with the partisan who's come in and cut through and is now wreaking havoc in the first couple of rows. Your pike block can then move in and deal and break that line up. It's very similar to the possibly not correct view of how phalanx works, except the Renaissance pike block actually did this. And we know they did it. They did tight formations with their, humongous
Like 9-foot
Pikes.
pikes, right?
Yeah.
12-foot pikes, 16-foot pikes.
Oh, wow.
Pikes are always 10-foot blocks.
Yeah, they're humongous weapons. And they're really difficult to use.
Which is why you have a pike, because it's really difficult to defend against once you know how to use it.
Yeah. And this is partly why in Machiavelli's Art of War, he says, have your pike block, and in front of them, have two ranks of guys with swords and shields. Because you will be unstoppable.
Okay, because they're the blockade. The pikes
Yeah,
go
they
down
sit
with
there.
you.
They keep the guys with swords and shields, keep the other guys with swords and shields away from your pike block. And they just kind of sit there and let the pikes do their job. And you kind of do some
The
defense.
original
but-
phalanx was when they were put side by side. They had like little gaps in between them, right? So the spears could go through.
No, it was over
It was over top.
over some way. There's a new idea of the phalanx, where you have it's only the first two ranks that are coming up and doing the fighting, and it was more like dueling. And then the rest of the phalanx block is a little bit behind to feed men into that, because if you have 6, 8, 16 men deep shoving into each other, that's not really a fight. You're going to have the first couple of ranks of guys just getting smushed.
What ended up
it
happening
just
was they
doesn't-
swap them out too during
The
fight,
phalanx
right?
makes more
No,
sense.
not in the phalanx. That was a Roman invention.
Yeah, the phalanx makes sense when it's like, okay, guy is dead, I fill in gap. Because as far as I understand, the phalanx, every single member of the phalanx is carrying the same kit. With a pike or two thrown in there, or like
Yeah,
spear stuff.
I need to put this video in the chat so you guys can see it. It's like examining the artwork and
Yeah.
what limited textual data we have about phalanx warfare. The idea of 7 ranks deep of guys walking into each other until their shields hit,
No, that
and then
makes
just
no sense.
shove. It doesn't. That may not be entirely accurate. It doesn't make sense based on the artistic and the textual information we have. Okay, let's swap out and let you guys practice the counter some. Again, it's literally just don't let him touch and do a low thrust. Begin.
You want me to go first? You want to go first?
Project that shield out. Project.
So, sorry. When you're yelling project, I need you to specify, because I thought I was projected.
Your elbow is bent out. Maybe a slight bend in the elbow.
I cannot hold it like that
Yeah,
without
that-
hurting myself.
The slight bend is okay. You just don't want charge.
I wasn't here, I was here.
Okay.
Go.
So, again.
Don't
Do it
let
again.
him hit my sword.
Yeah, don't let him hit your sword. Drew, project that shield.
Yep.
Good. Again. Norton, shield.
my blade here.
You did that. You did that. You did not go for the thing that was in front of you.
Yeah.
You saw it move and you moved with it. You actually countered.
And pause. Norton, shield. Good.
Fine, not to move. I like it.
Yeah, I would bring that left foot forward
I
just to do it.
For the sake of that last one, I actually could have taken a left step and actually
Yeah.
done better. But
And hooking the sword like that, not great. Try and keep your arm
Yeah.
and everything straight.
that's what the left step is for, is so that I can just.
Yeah. Once more.
We going for you?
Yes.
We'll switch. Not moving your hand. You're playing the wrong fight.
Okay. Drew, fix your shield.
Drew, fix your arm. That's why.
Drew is supposed to be countering.
I know. I can't hit Drew's sword if he's holding it back here. I also can't hit it when it's out here. Both of which were true.
Yep.
Okay. Straight arm. Bring it forward. Bring that shield out there. Your shield is back here. It is not protecting you in the right way. If it's out here, it's protecting you. Now I can see your arm, and that's about it.
Yep.
Right there. Ever so slight bend in the arm, but you want that shield projected. Begin.
Don't like this distance. Exactly.
Maybe try and bring the point up a little bit. We went to quick death, not a slow, painful bleed out.
I did hit his carotid artery though.
There's no artery there that does not bleed out for long.
Yeah.
Long time. There's a lot of arteries there that prevent you from essentially being saved unless you know modern medicine. But
Begin.
yeah, not a fun one. Who's aim for Mike?
He says low thrust, but I'll take it. Once more.
I'll take the high slash. He hit me.
Yeah. Whoop, pop. Good. Questions?
Nope.
Nope.
Cool. All right. So applying it to the spear. Come here. Come here. All right. So remember, we still want to try and join to make the play work. I stepped and joined and bring my point in. It's the exact same motion.
I still feel like you want to catch it with the shield.
Your end bit seems a little floppy over there, good sir.
Yeah,
That's just
it
a little.
They're all like that.
It's just because it rested on this side in the ground.
It's also a little hot out, so they're a little bit more flexible right now.
All right. Oops.
I was gonna say, I feel like you want to actually catch it with the shield. Because when you first did it, you were that first one that you said oops to. And I was like, didn't I just... Yeah.
It's possible. Try it. Oops.
Yeah, so I tried to go low because I couldn't... Once your shield's actually in the way, I can't get above.
Yeah.
But when your shield was back a little, right?
Oh, it was back here?
You hit the spear, and my spear was all the way up here. And I was like, because your shield's not actually in the way. I'm just... You brought it in to protect your center, but you didn't actually block the spear, which is
Got
the
it.
first thing. That was my only question. Yeah, definitely.
And if I've got this correct, if I've got this correct, this needs to be triggering you to defend in some way.
Yeah, I would rather back up. Than
Yeah.
anything else. Even my
All right.
shield being put there, I was like, it's coming for my head now.
Questions?
No.
Same thing, just hover and thrust. Cool. All right. Switch. Remember, low down here, project Ejected shield. Good. All right. Go ahead.
So I'm attacking you now?
Yes. Switch your feet. Step with the left to collect. Step with the right to bring the point in. That is why you missed, is because you stepped twice with the right.
Yep.
Good. We're joining. The join should prevent me from coming up and over. Good. Left, right, not big left. We are not lunging.
Yeah. The other thing is, you want spear to connect spear, and then shield, because it prevents him from disengaging your shield when it's on its way. Which right now, with your spear following your shield, he'll just disengage your shield and the spear will be out of your way.
Gotcha.
So you want the weapon to touch to control that disengage and then block.
Good. There we go. All right, switch. Little jerky there.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out distance.
So
I want that out. I should not be bringing back.
no. So you're boom. And then you're using that right step still just to close the distance. I was probably too close when I did that connection. You really want to be connecting like close to the head.
Yeah.
Good. Perfect. Like, yeah, could I do something like this? But good. Okay. I'm just going to cover it as you move your spear. All right. Good? Questions? No? All right.
Is it time for the chair?
All right. So with chair fencing.
I get French too.
So we're gonna have our chairs angled like we would be in on guard.
Other angle.
Other way. Sword side forward. And extend your sword out like this. No, keep it up. Cool. And now then, this is all blade work. I'm gonna back up just a little bit. So that lean is about all you have for distance control. So, here, come on guard. Now then, this is really fun with wheelchairs because then you can just like totally position each other and just lock the wheels in. Or is the only person I fenced with in a wheelchair. We were fencing Saber, and he popped wheelies to dodge my attacks. And I'm like, that is not fair. All right, on guard, ready, begin.
You got your lead.
Shoulder, ready, begin.
Ooh, that's a good shot. Caught that one straight through.
Ready, begin.
You're right in the hand.
Taylor, because that is the lip of that glove specifically.
Fair.
That's like when we hit you in your button clasp. That does
Yeah.
not count.
Your call.
Ready?
Take a throat shot.
I was gonna say I think you got the throat shot off while he was sliding that thing off. Because he was slowly sliding that into your abdomen the entire
Pretty sure I
time.
got him 2 or 3 times in there.
no, you
Yeah, oh,
did.
yeah.
Ready, begin.
Ooh, right in the head.
I got you under the arm. First.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
he
even
did.
notice that one.
Yeah. Boom. And then boom.
He went through your upper arm and like landed it right in your side. It was cool.
Ready, begin.
Thigh shot?
What?
Does the thigh shot count?
I mean, we counted everywhere else. Okay.
Tommy landed a thigh.
Your call.
Ready? Fence. Damn that chair. Yeah, head.
Tailor to the shoulder and then head.
Your call.
Ready? Fence. I mean, that's count for the thigh.
Alright, I'm going with Tommy again.
All right. Let's switch. So you can feed on him a little bit.
This is entertaining.
Yeah. Oh. You might need to adjust distance.
We're gonna, because
That's okay.
actually it's fine.
Ready, begin.
Halt? Yeah, it's a halt because my blade is under his armpit.
Cool.
Although I think he hit me in the thigh first.
Ready, begin.
Damn this freaking chair.
Ready, begin. Oh,
That was
yeah. Ready, begin. I saw nothing, flat everywhere. There we go.
Okay.
Ready, begin. Oh,
Oh,
good one.
Really well done.
Ready, begin. Oh.
Yep.
Ready, begin. Oh. Oh, that was a double enough. Ready, begin. Oh. That worked. All right.
Fence. On your marks, get set, fence. We now see the wild fences in their natural habitat, trying to lighten the load for their lovely endeavors.
You got it. You got it,
That's,
you
that's,
got
that's
it.
like a triple right there.
You got me in the side, and then you got me in the head, and I called you got it, and you hit me in the head.
On your mark, get set, fence.
You may have had a light tap. You did not get me anywhere in the groin. You got real close, but I somehow sidestepped it.
Was that a thing on the inner thigh or something?
I hit him on the top of the
Right,
hip.
right here.
Gotcha. Fence is ready. On your mark, get set, allons-y.
Really, French boy?
Yeah, apparently.
Sword. You hit my thigh, but you hit my sword too. So I'm giving it to you. But like,
That was a good throw.
had I turned like that, you would not have hit me.
Fence is ready. On your mark, get set, fence. I thought that was a clear spear across his back. That was not flat.
Did not touch me. It would have been Taylor.
Gotcha.
Okay. Ready?
I didn't get a sword hit in there?
It was flat on my hand.
Son of a bitch!
You came out and I parried, and then the flat came across my hand when I thrust again. Ready? Continue. I'm on the ground. I'm already dead. I was not going.
All right. For the heroics of the day, who is going to start us off?
He has the most points, it's his determination.
I'll throw. Okay. I so rarely throw first.
Very true.
Both solid throws. Now to sword.
Swinging sword. Why am I doing that? You got my arm.
It looked like it was interior of the...
This was edge, but it was very close to edge.
Okay.
All participants ready? On your mark, get set, historical bout.
Alright. Yeah.
Knee,
No. Thigh.
A very clean hit to the thigh.
if both participants are ready. On your mark, get set. Okay, we're going anyway. That's a clean hit to the shield.
Oh.
That was dead center.
That was actually really clean. That's not even a glanced off.
Mr. Norton, could you move forward about a half an inch? Thank you.
I flipped the shield.
He did. He did clip it. Sure, for fun.
Both participants have no shield.
Short, long sword. Ah, finger. Good.
2-1 still, but good rounds.
Oh.